understand our break-even point. And our ROAS, we definitely need to know that too, but we need to understand our break-even point. For us, it's $46. So anytime a video ad, right, we're talking about a video ad, not the ad group, ad itself, anytime one of them has spent $46, that means we're past our break-even point. We're not even gonna profit on this sale. We're gonna sell this product for a loss. So usually we wanna turn it off, but I usually let it spend $5 over the break-even just to see if one trickles in, because if you get a sale to trickle in, it can optimize over time, which is a really big asset. Like if you're getting sales at your break-even point, you're still technically making money because you're getting data on your pixel and you're getting credit card points for free. So I always let it spend around 5 more than my break-even. And if it's spent like 10 over, then definitely turn it off. And then it's time to cycle in a new video. Now, if your product's really not doing good, it's not getting any sales, you've cycled in a ton of videos, I would say keep cycling them till you've at least tried 10 videos. And when I say tried 10 videos, you need to make sure that you tried 10 really good videos. Because obviously, if I have the best product in the world, the best website in the world, but the video ads I tested are just completely shit, boomer videos, slideshows of images, like just something super shitty, then it doesn't really matter, right? I could test 1,000 of those ads and it's probably not going to work. So you really need to make sure that the video ads that you're testing are following the strategies I've laid out and they're following a brand or someone else that's ahead of you that's already doing it, right? We want to mimic success with everything we do in life. We want to find someone that's successful, take their framework and change it, make it new, make it better, improve upon it, and make it unique to ourselves and our brand. So if you've tested 10 good video ads and none of them got sales, all of them went past your break-even point, that's when I would say, okay, maybe the product isn't good. Maybe you need to switch, but there still is other things you could do. You could switch up and start getting into targeting, because something I will say is this product is a mass product, right? Everyone probably has aches and pains, and you could technically sell this to anyone, but it would be way better for you to get like a boxer in a boxer gym and say, hey, this is like the best device for boxers. And then you target boxers, right? Because that's going to get way more emotion. That's going to get way more of a resonance of frequencies, a connection between the viewer and the audience. So sorry, between the viewer and the product. So that's going to connect at a way better level than just saying, hey, do you have pain? Here's this. It's better if you say, hey, if you're boxing once a month or once a week and you have a ton of pain in your shoulders, your arms, or try to figure out where a boxer hurts the most, where they're the most sore, I'm assuming it's their arms, and say that this product gets away all of my tension, helps me recover so I can get in the gym better. And then you do the same thing with someone who plays football. You have a same ad of them on the football field saying, hey, I use this all the time, and you target footballers. So you can start getting into these niche forms of targeting before you really give up. And this is extremely important. It's extremely, extremely important to make sure that you've tested niche groups, that you've made video ads targeting niche groups with a niche video just for them, because the performance on these is going to be unreal. Once you start making money from those niche videos, then you can kind of try a mass market style. But usually if you can come in and you did a good job on your product research, you can come in and make money just like I did right here. Like this, obviously I've made $60 and I've spent $143, so I haven't made money yet, but I have an asset in my hands. I have a video ad that gets profitable sales. I'll give you guys an update later down the line of if this can continue to bring profitable sales, but from my experience, this is an asset. This is a solid video ad, and I can pump up the spend on this one and it'll most likely continue to get me profitable sales. So this is really big. This is really exciting. And obviously, like, I didn't put too much work in. I printed out this store in a day, extremely quick. I found this product really easily from just scrolling on TikTok, and I saw the Smart Cupper. Then I looked in, did some research. I got my store up. I made a couple very simple video ads while I was on vacation. Filming these video ads quite literally took me 10 minutes. Extremely easy. So this is not really a hard process, and I've already found a product that's potentially a big winner, right? Like I could start custom branding these, the new cup, get it on there, order these in wholesale, obviously if we can scale up to that point. But I hope you can see that being able to succeed in the mass production section, like the mass targeting section of ads, because we're not even targeting at all, right? We're just saying, hey, TikTok, send this out to who you think will like it. And we're already getting sales. So imagine how much better and how much much more sales we're going to get and how much less it'll cost per sale when we have niche videos targeted towards niche customers. That is the true secret here. So I really hope you guys understand that in depth. So now let's jump in and start understanding what all of this data and analytics mean. What does each column mean? What are they talking about? And how can I make the best decisions based on what it's telling me? So let's just quickly first go over all the columns. We have our total cost. We have our ROAS, which we know what that means, right? Complete payments. So we have the one person that completed payment. We have a cost per complete payment. So it cost us almost $28 to get that sale. Complete payment rate. This is basically, and you can always hover to see what each column means, 4.55% of the watchers purchased. That's what it means, right? So how many people saw this ad and then how many people purchased? The percentage rate is 4.55% of watchers purchased, but that's only on one purchase. So that data doesn't really mean too much just yet. Value per complete payment. So how much did the customer spend? They spent $55 because it's not accounting for shipping. So they really spent $60. So my ROAS number would actually be a little bit higher. It would still be over 2. It went under 2 just because I refreshed it because it spent a little bit more, but we're still over a 2 ROAS. So whenever your ROAS number, if you know you're charging shipping, it's probably going to be just a little bit higher, just a touch. It's not going to be crazy. Looks like these are basically saying the same thing. There is technically a difference, but it's good to have both up because if someone does like a really big purchase right here, it'll say 55, but if someone does multiple purchases, it's going to have different values here. So it's good to have both. Total view content. So this is how many people actually clicked the video ad and got to the product page. Numbers right there. And then we have the cost. So how much did it cost to get each view content? Then we have the view content rate. Out of the viewers, how many clicked? 95%. That's wild. That's a really high number. Value per view content. This is never going to show anything. We could basically take these off because they're not purchasing something on view content. So the value is, you can take that one out. This is a lot of data and numbers. So we want to kind of get rid of the stuff we don't need to make it a little bit easy to go through, easier to check our numbers. So now we have the total add to carts. So how many people added to cart? It looks like this one that spent the $70 had a lot of add to carts. So for some reason they didn't purchase. And when you see numbers like this, it's easy to think like, oh, should I have kept that ad on? Maybe if I kept it on for just another $5 and spent, someone would have came and purchased. That's an emotional decision. The data is telling me that this doesn't work, so I need to turn it off. I can't be emotional and come say, wow, so many people added to cart though. Oh, just think if one of them would have purchased, didn't purchase. Video ad isn't good enough. It doesn't make the cut. Turn it off. Don't get emotional. Don't think of what ifs. Don't get like married to certain video ads. Oh, I thought this video ad would do so good. It almost did good. I'm going to keep it running for a little bit. You can't do that stuff. So make sure you cut things strictly off data. Now we have the cost per add to cart. So it looks like this one is getting cheaper add to carts by $2 or by $1 almost. Really nice there. Add to cart rate, value per add to cart. Again, that's useless. We can get rid of that one. Then we have total add to cart value. I think that this one didn't correctly work because it should say $55 here, that he added the lifetime warranty and the new cup into his order. So it should say a $50 add to cart value. Maybe that just hasn't populated yet. Then we have our initiate checkout information. So we have the total initiate checkouts. We had 1. This one had 3, but none of them purchased. And if you're getting a lot of these, if all of your ads have a shit ton of initiate checkouts and 0 purchases, you want to make sure there's not a checkout issue with your website where it's like not letting people check out for some reason, or it might be that the shipping charge is kind of making them not want to do it. So if you're seeing those numbers, you can go change it to free shipping for everyone and see how that affects numbers. But when you make a decision like that, now you have to respend your break even on every ad again, because that's how you fully test it, right? In a scientific experiment, you need to understand and test one variable at a time. So now that we switched free shipping, we need to retest everything. So it's a little bit expensive, but just keep that in mind. Next, we have our cost per initiate checkout, which is going to tell us how much money we had to spend to get someone to check out. So it looks like only one person checked out and one person purchased. So 100% success rate there, which is good. Cost per initiate checkout, remember that one. Initiate checkout rate. So the percentage of people that viewed the video, and it'll just tell you right here, the percentage of initiate checkout events based on all of the people that clicked. So all the people that clicked view content, 4.5% initiated checkout. So that's what that one means. Value value per initiate checkout. Interesting. So it looks like we had initiate checkout here for $55, $68. I'm not sure how he got $68. He might have left a tip, because if you actually add to cart, you go to checkout. So if you go to the checkout page, you can see we have a 10, 15, 20% or a custom tip. Maybe he left a tip. That's how we got that number. That's a little bit interesting. So it looks like that guy was trying to check out with $68 in value. This is actually pretty interesting, because now it says total initiate checkout value 205. So someone came on and probably was going to buy like 4 units. We have that option, right, where they can buy 4 units. So there was 3 total initiate checkouts. So if you divide the $205 of money that was in the initiate checkout divided by 3, the different customers, it was an average of 68. So that's what that means. So if you're ever confused, make sure you're always hovering to understand exactly what it's talking about. Now, CPM, this is cost per 1,000 impressions. These numbers, CPC, CPM, and clicks means something, but like CPM and CPC usually don't mean anything. A lot of this data we can completely ignore. It's good to understand what's happening, right? Because I can see based on this data, right, we have our section that goes over view content, then we have our section that goes over add to cart, then we have our section that goes over initiate checkout. So if we think of this like a funnel, we can see view content is the biggest top of the funnel, then it gets into smaller numbers of people that added to cart, then it gets into smaller numbers of people that initiate checkout, then it gets into the smallest number of purchases. And we can understand on this kind of slope down to the funnel ending, where are people getting stuck? Are they viewing content and they're never adding to cart? Okay, maybe our product page sucks. Are they adding to cart but they're never purchasing? Okay, maybe people are scared, they don't trust us, they need a better warranty, or they need no shipping because the shipping charge scared them away, right? So we can make decisions in our funnel of how to change our website based on view content, add to cart, and initiate checkout. Based on this funnel process, we should have a decent amount of people going into each one. But if there's a decent amount of people going in and then initiate checkout, there's like a clear drop off, like 0% of people initiate checkout, then you can realize, oh, our problem's right here. So think about your funnel, think about your website and where people are going and how it's affecting your numbers. That's what's useful in the testing stage. That's what we really need to understand, because this information from view content all the way down is teaching us about our website. Everything else is teaching us about our ad. So this CPM, CPC, clicks, click-through rate, reach, that's all teaching us about the advertisement itself, the video ad. The cost per purchase, total cost, ROAS, that's teaching us big numbers about our advertisement. But the view content, add to cart, initiate checkout is teaching us stuff about our website. Obviously, this information can be relayed to how good our video ad is too, because if our video ad gets a lot of people to add to cart and not a lot of people are purchasing, maybe they're just curious, but they don't care that much. Like the video got their interest, but it wasn't super resonant. So maybe when we go into more niche ads with like a footballer saying, hey, every time my shoulder hurts from playing football, this thing takes away my pain instantly, then we have a niche ad. So that might fix our add to cart problem once we have a better video ad. So data can tell you a lot of things. It's important to look at everything objectively and not emotionally. But in the end of the day, especially when we're in a scaling process, all we want to do is come into our video ad section, check our total costs, complete ROAS. Am I making money or am I losing money? This is where our break even is important on total cost, and complete ROAS is important to see how profitable we are. Because let's think of it like this. I have a $46 break even. If someone spent $46 and I got one sale, I could be like, oh, I didn't make that too much money. But if I go check my ROAS and it's like a 3 ROAS, then that means that one customer that purchased at my break even point purchased like $300 worth of products. So, or $200. So that's why I made a lot of money there. And I could have turned the ad, oh, I just got a break even sale. That's not good. But the ROAS is going to tell me my return on ad spend. So when someone does a $300 purchase, I get a way bigger return. So I'm making more money. So it's important to know, okay, the break even helps with my total cost and the ROAS helps with my ROAS column. I need to make sure that my ROAS is over a 1.3 and I need to make sure my break even is over a $46. So you need to come in and be able to make these judgments correctly based off your analytics. So that's honestly basically everything you need to know. Remember, in this testing phase, all we're doing is trying to get 10 solid video ads. We're trying to throw those into our ads, cycle them in based off performance, right? If one spends too much, turn it off, get a new one in, and try to get your video ads to spend more, right? I want to find which ones work, which ones don't. And based on seeing, hey, this video ad worked, but this one didn't, I know, okay, make more videos like the one that worked. So I hope you guys had fun in this video. There's a lot of information, a lot of value. This is exciting stuff. The New Cup got its first profitable sale. Very easy. I had to make 5 video ads out of like 5 clips that I made on a vacation, made a website in like a day. And you guys can literally just one-click download this website. So really exciting exciting stuff. I hope you can see how easy this process is when you know what you're doing, when you have a good brand, when you have a good website, when you have a good warranty, a good guarantee, and a good product that actually works. I know for a fact that someone's going to get this in their house and it's going to help them. It's going to take their knots away because I've used it. I'm confident in the product. So I hope you can see that dropshipping is a really easy game when you know what you're doing and when you're playing your cards right. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. And don't worry, I will continually give you updates on the new cup and how advertisements are going. Hopefully we can take this one pretty far and get decently into the scaling process so I can actually show you guys what to do instead of just talking about what to do. But again, I'm probably not going to throw thousands of dollars into a scaling process on something that isn't worthy of scaling. So hopefully we get to that point, but I will see you guys in the next one. Peace and love. What's going on, guys? Welcome into today's video where we are going over UGC. So user generated content. This is a big topic, and truthfully, I think a lot of people don't understand how big of a topic it is or just how important it is and kind of how much money is involved in it, how to find UGC creators, how to tell them what to do, what pricing should you really pay. So that's what we're going to dive into today. This is very valuable information. This is very important information. So make sure you're paying good attention to this one. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So when it comes to getting user-generated content or UGC videos, there's a lot of different ways to find people. I have about 5 ways that I'm going to go over today, but there's kind of endless ways you can find people. It's a little bit of a wild goose chase, if that's the term, and it's kind of hard to find some people. It's really hard to find good people, but we have a plethora of options for you to jump into and to tackle. We're going to be going over all of the topics I mentioned. So the first things I want to go over is just where to find people. Then we'll get into pricing. We'll get into like how to scale and really like build out a UGC empire. We'll talk about what content to like have them make for you. And yeah, we'll pretty much wrap up everything you need to know about UGC in this video. So the first place to find people is the TikTok Creator Marketplace. So I'll be honest, guys, the TikTok Creator Marketplace isn't really like, I don't know. I've personally never used it. I know it's a good option, and there's plenty of people that have. I'm not going to really break down how to use it. It's pretty obvious. You come in here and you find creation. You find creators. So filter creators by their location. I would definitely want USA because that's where we're going to be advertising the most to. Categories, you can put in all these different things. For mine, like the fitness type stuff, you could do like lifestyle, performance maybe. Interesting, sports and outdoors is probably the one. Yeah, fitness and health. Let's just see what that looks like. But yeah, you can find creators on here, male, female, all that type of stuff. On all of the other options that I'm going to show you guys of different UGC people and how to find them, you're usually going to find girls. This is like, I'm not going to really bash it at all, but a lot of girls think this is just like, ooh, some easy, simple side hustle. I can make a 2-minute video every day and get paid thousands of dollars a month. And a lot of people are very, very overpriced. Like UGC creators think that they are the shit. They think they're absolutely amazing. They're worth their weight in gold. So it's kind of hard because obviously this guy right here, $1,000, it makes sense. He has 1.6 million followers and he's probably going to post it on his account as well. So you get the free views there, plus the ability to use it as an advertisement on your account, as well as the ability to do like Spark ads with it and all these different things. So some of these creators are worth the kind of like the prices that they say, but some of them just are not. So yeah, there's a lot of different strategies with UGC as well, and I'll quickly go over some. And it really does depend. What you're going for is going to change your pricing. So if I want them to post it on their account and run it as like a promo that way, that's obviously going to cost more. But if you just want someone to make a video and send it to you, that's obviously going to be the cheapest. And that's usually what I recommend. A little strategy. I know you guys are familiar with Spark ads now, but you can have, what's this guy's name? 1.6 million. So people probably know this guy. He is a doctor, so I don't know how much of like an influencer he is, even though he has a large following. But let's say there's someone that's like an actual influencer in here that like a lot of people know. Paying them for a post up there is obviously worth it, but it's going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. But what's good about it is you can have them post it on their account. Then you can use that exact post that's on their account as your Spark ad. You just tell them to copy and paste that little special code, and you just put it into your advertising platform, and you can run that exact advertisement from their account. So when you see, like when you hover a video, you can see how it has that in there. It's going to have their face, and it's their, it would say Yulia or whatever, the person who posted it. And it doesn't come off as like it's very native feeling. It doesn't really come off as like a super businessy ad. So that's a big asset, but you're going to pay a lot more for that for them to like actually post it. So in the starting days, you don't really have to worry about that stuff too much, but it is a cool strategy, and it is something that will cost you more, but can give you amazing results. Huge companies will work with influencers, and they'll run their Spark ads from their post that's on their platform. So good thing to know there. Personally, like, I don't know if anyone here really like stands out. Yeah, like I think something that would be good, I've gone over it, not sure where my cupping device is. I think it's kind of far away, but it's good to find people in different categories. So when it comes to UGC, the face, the person that you're using for the video is going to naturally attract different demographics. If I have like a really old man, burly man with big old beard, he looks very outdoors, Liver King type vibe, that's going to speak to a specific audience. Where if I have like a young teenage girl, they have very different frequencies that people are going to resonate with. And unconsciously, that's just a process that's happening in their mind. Like you need to make sure that the UGC person that you're using is like resonating with your brand, with your product, but most importantly with the audience that's viewing it. So that's why I gave that example a while ago of like, if you find a professional football player and you give them the new cup, you give them your product and say, hey, I get sore shoulders from being a quarterback throwing balls all day. The new cup really helps me with all my shoulder pain. And you run that ad and target it towards football players. That's going to be really, really good. But if you run it towards people that don't care about football, there's not that emotional resonance. Like they don't really care. It doesn't speak their language. It doesn't really address them. So making sure that whoever you use for your UGC is someone that's going to be in a frequency resonation with the viewer is extremely big. And you don't really know until you test it. Like I'm getting sales on my store, but I highly doubt that I'm like the perfect UGC person that resonates with the potential buyer of someone who wants cupping therapy, you know? So obviously you can grab like almost anyone and it has a decent chance of working, but through the experience of doing this multiple times, you're really going to optimize and see who's good, what works. So this is the TikTok Creator Fund. You can reach out to people, see their prices. Someone like this could be really good, and you target women. When it comes to ads, I don't know if I would actually only target women, but women are going to be way more interested in hearing her say something about the new cup, about fitness when she's in the gym, in her workout clothes, looking fit and talking about, hey, this is something that helps me with my fitness recovery. Like that's going to do really good. And women are going to purchase a lot more. Like if you go look at your orders, you're going to see a lot more women's names in the orders. So kind of just threw a bunch of information at you there, but TikTok Creator Marketplace is definitely a decent place where you can find people. There's not really a problem with it. I'm not going to bash it. It's definitely a good option. Next, this one's a little bit surprising. It's Twitter. So you can go on Twitter, type in hashtag UGC and search up people. You can even do latest or videos or posts and kind of see who's using these, but you can see people that do UGC. Like she's probably more than fine for a video. It depends your brand, all that stuff. Looks like she's probably done some beauty stuff. You can go check out their media. You can go see their website. Yeah, it looks like she does like food and beauty stuff. This looks great. This looks absolutely great. Yeah, look at that. And that's where you see pricing, a little expensive, a little bit crazy. These people think they're worth their weight in gold and they're magic fairies solving such a huge problem, but like making videos is easy. I just need a new face to do it. You know what I mean? Like if I could make myself look like a girl, change my face, change my body, and just do the same video over a million different times with a different person's setting in there, so it has different frequency resonations with different audiences, that's all I really need. Like they're not really solving too big of a problem, and I think they're getting way overpaid in today's market. It's just something new, and I think we're going to see prices come down over the long term as more people start understanding, oh, companies will pay me $100 for a video. Yeah, I'll do that all day. Why wouldn't I? So it'll get more saturated, and obviously the price will go down because there's more competition. So right now it's pretty pricey. So that kind of brings up the pricing topic. It depends, right? If this girl has like 500,000 videos and viewers, followers, and she's going to post this on her platforms, for sure, extremely worth it. But if it is just for a video, little overpriced. I would say anywhere from 40 is like the lowest you'll get from someone who just has no following. You're just getting a video from them. Upwards to like 500. per video. And that's not even really accounting for someone who's like famous and is going to post it on their account. So it's pricey. It's definitely pricey, which kind of sucks, but there is a lot of value in it. One video ad could make you tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, if it has a really high conversion rate. And this girl shows me that she really knows what's going on. And I just stumbled upon her. I have no clue who this is, but she has hook variations for $40. This girl knows what's up. I would guess, I bet it's a high probability that she has very good understanding of TikTok, of videos, of what goes viral, of how to hook people in. And honestly, for $40 for a new hook, it's a little pricey, but it's nice because if you find someone that works and they can make good videos and they already have your product, because right, you have to ship your product out to them. And if you're still doing the 7 to 12 day shipping with your 3PL, right, like you haven't gotten to the branding section where your product's in the United States in warehouses, then you have to wait 7 to 12 days just to get a video back. Sucks. It feels like years that you're waiting, especially if your product's popping and your video ad's kind of tanked and you need a new one. That 7 to 12 days is going to feel like a lifetime. So something you can also do is grab stuff from Amazon and ship it to them if they're just doing the product, right? But if you have the custom packaging, obviously you can't do that. And the 3PLs should be able to hook you up with custom packaging if it's something you're ready for. Anyways, kind of a tangent. But she already has the product. Just throw an extra $40 to get a new hook if the first hook didn't work too well. Pretty worth it. I would honestly recommend working with this girl. She seems like she knows what she's doing. Simple, nice little website. But yeah, fast movement. I guarantee she knows what she's doing. And personally, if I was taking the New Cup seriously, I would probably look into working with her. But what sucks is when it comes to UGC, it's all about testing. When it comes to anything with ads, it's all about just testing and trying, which sucks because you have to put money into it. It's not free. That's why I always say, like, try to pick a product, a brand that you resonate with personally, so you can make these videos, figure out what's good, and then you can only use UGC people as a form of scaling video content and scaling your process of gathering video ads, because in the end of the day, it's not something you want to do forever. But if you've worked at every level of your business, you're going to be able to work on the business 20 times better. So Twitter's really good. That's just one person I found in like seconds, just because they were on the latest post section. So you can go to people, UGC creator, UGC content creator, check out all these hashtags, check out these people. You're mostly going to find girls, but girls work really good for videos unless you were like strictly targeting men. In that case, it can still work too, because women are an eye catcher. So that's our second option. The third option is Fiverr. So I'm going to have a link below to Fiverr. It is an affiliate link, so I do really appreciate it if you guys click it. Fiverr's really good, actually. Like, it is not bad. You can see their past videos. And also, when you're looking for a UGC creator, their portfolios you can use as like insight on what videos are working, what ads are working, and you can go look up the brands they worked with and go search up the ads they make, right? Because they're paying for UGC videos. So what e-commerce brand is this? What products are they selling? How can I study them? How can I learn from them? What type of hooks are they using? What products are they selling? All that stuff. You can really start, now that we understand e-commerce, right? It's like we have a new set of eyes. Like we can see deeper into things. So we can study these brands. Like if I see that this guy, he's Fiverr's choice, let's see what brands he's working with. Like you can see some of his videos, and if he mentions a certain product, you can go search up that product, search up that brand, and it kind of shows that it's a winning product if they're out here searching for UGC, right? You're not going to buy UGC videos for a product that isn't selling. So good little thing to note there. But Fiverr is great. Affiliate link is down there. You can get videos for decently cheap-ish here. Some of them are expensive, and it's nice because you can really see some of their examples, see who they are, what they look like, and see if they would resonate with your potential audience for your brand. And yeah, Fiverr's ultimately really good. I have used Fiverr and I can't complain too much about the services there. But the biggest upside with everything we're doing here is we want to find the people that are good, obviously, and we want to kind of keep them, right? They already have our product at their house, so they can already make video ads. So it's really important to create amazing relationships with the people that are sending you good videos. Pay them well, because those people are worth their weight in gold. If you find someone that can genuinely make videos that hook in your customers and it makes you money and it's working and it's getting you sales, that person is worth so much. So overpay them, treat them well. And if they can just spit out videos quick for you, hey, can you do a hook change? Hey, can you change this? Hey, can you add this? Do this different, put on a different outfit, film 20 different videos in 20 different outfits, send it to us this week so we can produce them out. And you can really start building reputations with like 10 influencers or 10 UGC creators and start scaling this up a ton. Fiverr, definitely good in my book. The next one is Billo. So I also have a link to Billo. If you want to use them, please use the affiliate link. It's going to give you a little bit of a discount, I believe, as well. I do have a direct partnership with these guys. I will say this though, when you're getting into like paid services and companies that offer UGC, and you're like paying to access the creators they have, because Billo vets their creators. They only work with people that kind of know the process, know what's going on. They know that short form videos need different hooks. They know the algorithms and all that stuff. So working with these guys is good. I would recommend it, but it's more pricey. So Billo is more of when you're scaling UGC. So maybe you already worked with Fiverr, you already did Creator Marketplace, you already did some stuff with Twitter, but now you're like, I need 10 more UGC creators. I need like 50 videos. Like I need to get going. I need to get moving. That's when you move over to Billo. They are cheaper than the other one I'm going to show you, the last one, and they're pretty good quality. You can see the videos they've made, and that's again a way you can check for products, check for brands that are working, get a little copycat action going on there for these different industries. So you can do product research on here. If you still haven't found a product, you can see how they're making video ads, take notes of it, and make video ads like that for yourself. Like film them yourself using the hooks they're using the strategies and techniques. And you'll come to find that these are all phone videos. There's nothing special. It's pretty easy to do. So you basically just need a new face to brighten it up. Like if I have an ad that's working really good, a video of me, and it starts dying, if I have a new face, a new person that does that exact same ad, it's going to have the exact same performance, if not better. It could be a little bit worse, but we already know the framework works. So just pumping in a new face, a new person is basically the name of the game. Billo is good. I cannot complain. They're a little bit pricey, but in the end of the day, if you're making $5,000 a day and you just need more videos, then these prices are like nothing. But for just starting out, I would recommend the other ones. Now, the last one is Insense. This is like the most like boutique agency, SaaS, like they take care of you here, and there's a ton of different options, but it's really expensive. So it's $500 a month just to work with them on their platform, and then you still have to pay the UGC creator. These guys have a huge pool of very like certified good UGC creators that know what they're doing, and they have a lot of options. They have self-service where you kind of manage everything, or you can literally go to managed services where they will have project managers, creative specialists, post-production specialists, all this stuff that take care of it for you. But look how pricey. 18 UGC videos. You can also get them to post on this stuff, but $3,500 a month. Now, for example, if you're making $3K a day, $5K a day, $3,000 a month for more video ads that make you a shit ton of more money, it's a no-brainer. This is nothing in the grand scheme of things. And for $5,000, they'll even manage it and post it, do organic stuff. They'll organize, hey, we think this creator is better. Let's work with this creator more. This is performing better, and they will give you a hands-on experience. This is amazing. If I was doing even 30 to 50K a month, I would probably look into this. So very, very big here. I will also have a link to Insense. You guys clicking these links whenever you use these services, and only if you use these services, helps me out a ton. It truly, truly does. And it helps me get content out to you guys like this in this format for free. So Insense is my top one. Everything that I showed you guys is kind of from like beginner to intermediate. So definitely only get into like Billo and Insense once you're killing it. I'd recommend Insense the most when it comes to like really high level, getting really big stuff done. Large production, right? You need more videos. You need maybe a little bit more professionalism. Your brand is starting to gain traction. This is like a late game option. This is like a mid game option, and these are early game options. So that's basically everything you need to know with UGC. It's a little bit simple. Obviously, there's a ton that goes into it. I do want to talk about content creation and like guiding them on what videos to make, but that's basically UGC. It's kind of just like advertising. It's like the dartboard game where you just need as many darts as you can. But when it comes to coaching these people, this is why I think it's really important to crush TikTok organic, because before we start working with UGC people, before we start working with Facebook ads and scaling up and really like solidifying this brand and growing, we need to understand what video ads get sales. And we can do that for free with organic and filming our own videos. So for me, I've already found some frameworks that work. I've already processed almost $1,000 on my store with just these little basic ads that I've been running already that I filmed myself. So I can show them, hey, these are our top performing ads. Can you create something similar? And give them a little bit of creative freedom, because some of these people are going to be creative. Some of them do have a lot of experience with making hooks, and they might be able to make something better. And hopefully you have a relationship where you can get on a little call with them, talk to them about your business, bounce some ideas of like, hey, we would love to get one video done, maybe for $100. If you could throw in 3 different hooks, we'd really appreciate it. We're sending you the product free, and you can negotiate these things. These people, in the end of the day, they don't want to try to find new brands to work with 24/7. If they have a relationship with one brand, they already have the product and they know, wow, I can just film a couple videos each week and get $1,000 a week or $1,000 a month from this brand, and we have a great relationship and everything's good and happy and we treat each other well, that's what they want. They just want money long term for a small amount of work, and that's what they're getting through UGC. So if you can create these relationships and it's with someone that's actually getting you results and they actually have experience and they can even help you when it comes to the video creation process and kind of how to strategically map it out, that's a huge asset, and that person is worth their weight in gold, because when we run paid ads, it's going to make us a shit ton of money. But if you don't really know what type of content to make, you haven't really found any video ads that are doing too good, maybe you can't film videos yourself for your product, then the first things first is get friends or family to do it. Really start there. I would not pay for UGC day one. I would at least have some friends and family that have done video ads for me, that have given me insight on what works, what doesn't work through utilizing TikTok Organic. But if you're still pretty in the dark, but it is time for you to do UGC, the best thing you can do is study brands like HiSmile, study other brands in your industry, go look up people like this, like right here. Let's go back to Incense. This is the brands they've worked with. Search up these brands. What videos are they making? Search up examples on Billo. What are these video ads looking like? Take notes, try to make those yourself, or try to coach people. Hey, I liked this video ad. I think it could convert very well for our brand. Could you make a version of it for us? Right? So you can always research. You can always find information. Who's the person that's selling the product I'm selling the best? What brand is taking over the industry or the space that I'm in? And what do their ads look like? Go check their TikTok, go check their Facebook, go check their Instagram. What videos are they making? What picture ads are they making? Go into the Facebook ad library, go into the TikTok ad library, and try to find videos as examples that you can send to the UGC creator. And hopefully the person you're working with has some expertise. They can help you out, and it can be a really good process. So essentially that kind of wraps up UGC. Now there's a lot of strategy and strategic things you can do for like building up an empire, but the main thing is start small, start working with UGC creators, find the people that are good, that get you results, not just because they have a pretty face, not just because you think they're the best, because they get you video ads that get sales. That's what you want. You don't want to have a reputation with someone that's so pretty, that seems so so knowledgeable and has this skill set in making videos. If they aren't converting, you don't want to work with them. It's all about conversions. It's all about educated guesses, not making assumptions or any emotional decisions. And in the end of the day, you want to have a relationship with like 10 UGC creators. They all have the product at the house. They all have videos that you know convert, and you can constantly get more from them. Hey, we need 2 a week. Here's $500. Hey, we need a new hook. That one didn't really work too well, but I think the video is good. So let's get a new hook rolling on that one and we'll try it again. And that's pretty much the name of the game. You just want deep relationships with your UGC creators, and you can either manage it yourself, or if it gets too hard to manage, you can work with Incense. Billo doesn't really have that type of service where they will manage it for you. Incense is awesome. It's the #1 platform for UGC, and they offer a lot of boutique level services, but you need to be making a lot of money to get there. So I would recommend hiring and working with around 3 to 5 UGC people yourself, getting them to work. Just try one at a time, make sure they work. If they don't, ditch them really quick and try a new one, and just try to build up a little small empire, keep those connections, and then scale up with things like Billo if you need more, or the better option I would say is Incense. Scale up with that when you can really afford it, because this is going to be life-changing for your business. UGC and video ads are the lifeblood that keeps your business pumping. I've mentioned it a lot, but it's extremely important to have a library of hundreds of videos that you can constantly change up and improve upon, and just constantly get new video ads, because if your video ads go dry, then your whole business goes dry. We don't have word of mouth. We don't have email marketing just yet. We don't have like text marketing. We don't have like Google ads. Like if our video ads aren't bringing in sales, then we die. So it's extremely, extremely important. I hope you guys got all the information you need to crush it with UGC. In the end of the day, it's a pretty simple process, but if you need some help, make sure you're reaching out to us in the community group if you are in there. So that is it for today's video, guys. I will see you in the next one. Peace. Welcome into today's video, where we are going to be going over the treacherous landscape of Facebook ads. We are going to be attempting to set up our business manager, our ad account, all of that stuff, get it integrated into our store. Before you get into Facebook ads, there's a certain couple things that you should have done, organized and set up on your store. You should kind of be at a certain level with your brand before I believe it's time to jump into Facebook, but you can always jump in, test it out a little bit earlier if you feel that that's necessary. So there's basically 3 main things. The first thing is having your 3PL set setup, you definitely need the 3PL in there fulfilling your orders for you. You need your virtual assistant in there also fulfilling your customer service, taking care of all those aspects. And then lastly, you should be at the point where you don't look like a drop shipper. You should look like a brand at this point, and hopefully you started off day one looking like a brand. Hopefully you've been taking some good time into TikTok, investing in understanding and learning the platform, and hopefully you have some good video ads that are taking off and getting some sales. So we're going to jump in my store and show you where I'm at right now. Just today alone, guys, it's 12 in the afternoon. We have $254 in sales, and overall this month we've almost crossed $700. So it's pretty insane. I'm literally just screwing around, just having fun, just showing you guys what to do. And it's actually working really well, but it just kind of shows that this is a pretty easy process. Like, I basically stumbled into creating this store. Like, today we only had 27 visitors and we have $254. So conversion rates are really high. Ads are doing really good. I haven't even scaled them at all. We still just have that $100 daily budget going on with the TikTok ads with like 3 videos in there. I'll actually show you guys a quick update. So if we look at today, we've only spent $36 to get 254 in sales. So that one's working extremely good. But when you look at the overall lifetime, I think we're technically still losing money. We've spent 535 on ads because it's the testing phase. We've got 700 in sales. So I don't know if that gets us perfectly at a profit, but it looks like our analytics and our pixel and everything is functioning perfectly. We have 10 conversions on here, 10 conversions total. So everything's looking good, but let's jump into the ads. So I made like one more last night and that one's been getting some spend. It looks like it's not doing too well as like 9 clicks for $17. But yeah, it's mainly these two. They're pumping it to 2 ROAS. They got 5 sales each. They're doing really good. Each brought in $300, $350. So I can scale these up, and honestly, we can kind of start messing around with the scaling phase, but I would like to have way more video ads. I would like to be working with a UGC creator before I get into the scaling point. And I would really like to understand and just have a huge library of a ton of videos before I got into the scaling phase, but it's looking really good. It's looking like we could do it. Something I could do very easily is just duplicate this to spend $200 a day, and that's a really easy way to do it. But TikTok says they don't like duplications, but I'm pretty sure just doing a couple would be completely fine. So those are kind of the recommendations. Make sure your brand does not look like a drop shipping store. Make sure you have your VA and your 3PL team integrated in before you kind of jump into the next stage of Facebook. Now, before we fully get in, there's basically like a lot of things to understand about Facebook. They're very picky, they're very strict, but there's times where they become lenient, and there's times where it's smooth sailing and times where you're going to get banned for basically just existing. So Facebook's really tricky. They go through waves of high strictness and waves of very high leniency where they'll let you get away with a lot of stuff. And right now we're in a leniency phase, which is very good. The strict phase came on in the last presidential election in the United States, and it has stayed for a very long time. I got permanently banned in that phase, and my ad accounts are back. Everything's working again. So if you think you're permanently banned from Facebook, I highly suggest you to go check on there, go make sure, because they might have lifted it and they might be acting like everything's just fine, kind of like how the government did after COVID. So weird things going on in the world. They're being extremely strict and then acting like everything's fine. So it's basically the totalitarian tiptoe if you want to look into that, but that's a whole different topic for not this course. So when it comes to Facebook, when they're in these waves of high strictness, when they're very kind of like ruthless with how they enforce their rules, you need to be extremely careful and you need to be following guidelines. And I'll probably have a video made later that goes over kind of all the guidelines, do's and don'ts to really safeguard and make sure your account's okay. But right now, I haven't heard anyone complaining about issues. Facebook is seeming very, very lenient right now. So if you think you're banned, go make sure you're not, but we will have a video going over all of the stuff to do if you are permanently banned and some ways you can get around the system. It's just really complicated. It's very time consuming. You obviously run the risk of getting taken down again. It's best to start a new store. So if you were banned on a previous store, like creating your new store now on Facebook ads, you don't have to create another one. You'll be fine. But if you, let's say I was banned on Facebook ads for the New Cup, I would have to create another brand not called the New Cup just to run Facebook ads again. So it's a messy process, and there's a lot of things you have to do when it comes to like proxies, VPNs, setting up all these backends, buying profiles, profiles, safeguarding all of the profiles to make sure if one gets banned, we have another login and we can recover it with another Facebook profile that has access to a different business manager that has 2 ad accounts that we can use. Like, it gets weird really fast. So that's going to be a separate video. In this video, I'm going to assume and hope that you have access to Facebook. If not, there will definitely be another video for that. So if that's the case, then this is the first thing you want to do. If you already have a Facebook account, business manager, ad account already set up, I'm pretty sure the best thing to do is just create a new ad account within that business manager and just run with that one. I use an ad account that's personally tied to my actual Facebook account. I think that's the best thing you can do, is have everything go through your actual personal Facebook account. This kind of gives the most trust with Facebook, and like I don't think I'd recommend creating a new Facebook profile just to get a new business manager and to do all of this. That could be seen as circumventing their policy, because everyone's supposed to only have one Facebook account. So I don't know, they're a little weird with some things. You can always reach out to their support stuff or reach out to the community group and we can help you. But I think the best thing is to use an account if you already have an existing one. But I'm going to go through the create account option. So if you are brand new to Facebook, this is probably your best bet to create a new one. You just want to put in your business name, your name, and your business email address. Cool. It looks like they send you an email. So that's kind of interesting. I went and confirmed the email and it did set it up within my current existing business manager. So yeah, just go through that link, create a new one, and it should set it up with an existing account. Or if you don't have one, it should show you the process of creating one, which should be pretty simple. So you should be in a screen just like this with your business manager. You want to go to pages and hit add a page, or create a new page, sorry. And you want to do brand or product, put in your name, category brand should be fine. Then once that's made, we want to hit view page and just come here and basically populate the page. We want to put in our username. Let's see if the new cup is available. Just new cup. That's nice. Don't think we'll be able to get that on Instagram. I don't think it was even available on TikTok. I think we had to do the new cup. But basically just get in your logo, get a banner image in that you have, create something simple, easy on Canva, populate all of your settings. So in the about, or your about, not your settings, put in a location. You can put like Salt Lake City, Utah, like put like a major city you're near or something. Hours, you can populate some random hours. Price range, you can put it low or medium, whatever you think. Put in your website, phone number, email, make a little description up really quick, add any additional information, all of that stuff. I'll show you what mine looks like when it's done. All right, guys, when it comes to creating your Facebook little cover photo here, Canva has a template just called the Facebook cover. I'm just going to grab my website main like image thing that I have built up and just kind of drag it in and make it fit so it's in like the exact settings and sizing that they want. Yeah, that line definitely kind of sucks, but yeah, I'm just going to download this and put that in as the cover photo. And hopefully when we import it in, it should be the exact size, and it's not. That's kind of annoying. I'm going to try doing it in the YouTube thumbnail. So since this doesn't fit in for some reason, I guess I'm just going to make a smaller, thinner version of it that's more simple, and just download this, and we should be able to format it within Facebook itself. Yeah, I'll just drag that like right there or something. Who cares? Facebook's weird. Facebook's shit. Good for ads though. Also, something I didn't mention when it comes to Facebook, like another requirement before you should get started is you should have like a little, like whatever city you're from here in the About Us, you should have a virtual phone number, virtual address, and all these things kind of set up before you get into Facebook. When it comes to the website for Facebook, I'm just going to put my product page, not the home page. I did the business hours, not sure why that didn't register. For the description, I'm just going to copy and paste something from my website, but do take note of this. It says to take away your aches. Put that in the wrong spot. To help take away your aches and pains and stuff. You can't really make claims on Facebook. They're way more strict with stuff like that. TikTok is not as strict. But when it comes to like making claims like this product will do this, you need to be very careful with Facebook. They'll shut you down very fast. And I think it's just auto saving, I guess. Hopefully that stuff actually populated. We can delete all these posts where it just like says, oh, the new cup changed their banner. So you can go through and hit hide from my page on all these like weird posts, or just delete them if the hide from my page isn't an option. Because yeah, you don't want all these weird random posts that it auto makes. These are all from, I guess, me putting in the hours. You can just put don't show hours on this page. Cool. So that should be basically everything. Just super quick setup. Just get something in. Then you want to do the add a button. Click the shop on website option and then just paste your website in. Cool. Hit save on that and we should be good with our Facebook account. Then we want to go back into our business settings and we need to set up an Instagram account. So I'm just going to go to instagram.com and make an account real quick. Hit the sign up up option and just put in your business info. Cool, it looks like we had to do the new cup. That's what I had to do on TikTok as well. And it looks like they just want to send us a code to our email. Paste that in and we should be good to go. We'll just kind of make a really basic account, put our Instagram like profile picture in, and that's about it. So yeah, basically just throw our photo in, put the website. Oh, looks like we can't do website. Oh, I guess we have to sign in on mobile to do that. And we'll just make a quick bio. We'll just do something like that for now. You can come in on your phone later and add in like emojis, add in your website and all that stuff. My image is transparent, my logo image, so it might not register as white. So I might want to have to come back in and put the white on. Or you can do black. I had to do black with my TikTok because I thought it looked a lot better. So I might use that on my Facebook and Instagram. Looks like this is taking forever to load. But you can basically choose if you want the background to be white or black and if you want the text to be white or black with your logo. Overall, I think this one looks a little bit better, so I'm going to throw this in on my Facebook and on my Instagram. Okay, so I just quickly went in on my phone and added in a little basic description. The new cup looks pretty good. Got the product link in there, so they go to this. Now we want to go back to our business settings here, go to that Instagram account option and connect an account. So just put in your login info there. When you get to this screen, hit save info. Awesome. Now we need to go to add accounts, hit create new, make it the new cup, or obviously your brand name. Make sure you're on an appropriate time schedule. It's actually really, really important to be on your exact time zone. And make sure you hit this first option if you made a new ad account. You shouldn't ever have to hit another business or client. Make sure you always hit that top option. This is like my business. It's not for a different client. You can put all privileges on this and add in your payment info. Cool. And then just go through that process, answer all the questions. They have set up your credit card information. I highly recommend, if you're responsible, if you've watched the credit card video, go get signed up with that Amex Gold card, the business gold card, not the personal card. This is extremely important that you have that one if you're doing credit cards, right? If you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel safe, you don't feel responsible enough to do a credit card, definitely just put in your debit card. But if not, I highly advise you, if you feel responsible enough, I highly advise you guys to go watch the credit card video if you haven't, and use the link below that video to sign up and get an extra sign-on bonus when you get the Amex Gold business card, because it's going to be a life changer and we are going to be making a shit ton of points just through our Facebook ads, through our TikTok ads alone. So we want to make sure that that's the card that we use for all of our advertising costs if we feel responsible enough. So very, very big part on that. You have to feel responsible enough. You have to confidently know that you will only spend the money that you actually have, and you're not just going to go crazy throwing in budgets when you know you can't afford it. Cool. And then we want to hit open ads manager, and we are basically in. We are basically ready to go to start our first ads. And this is basically a dream come true. Like back in my street style men days when I was making 350K, 400K months, 60,000 plus profit, I would have killed to be where I'm at right now in the Facebook ads manager. Like it's almost unbelievable to be here knowing how bad I would have died to be here at that point. But yeah, Facebook's a different ball game. It's kind of back. Like it's obviously not like the best advertising platform in the world. There's so many issues still. They're still going to be crazy. They're still going to be all on you. There's still going to be weird rules. But the fact that I can log in right now after being permanently banned is very exciting. Now let's head back into our business settings, and we want to go into the data sources and go to pixels, and we need to create a pixel and get it connected to our store. So it already comes up, the new cup pixel. We want to do this option, partner integration, because Shopify is in here. Let's check the instructions it wants to follow. This process always kind of changes, so let's see what they want us to do. So we want to go back to our store, go to online store, sales, or click sales channels, go to recommended sales channels. We should have Facebook in here, right there, Facebook and Instagram. Let's add that in. If you missed that, I just click this sales channel button right here, add that in, and let's hit start setup. So we want to connect our account, and then it's going to pop up and ask us if we want to do, how we want to do data sharing. We obviously want to do the maximum, and they say that this is what they check, and we should have our privacy policies should cover this, so we should be fully safe to hit save and okay here. I am not fully positive if this is exactly compliant to Facebook and some of the shopping laws within the United States. So just to go on the record, I'm not held accountable if you copy my privacy policy. Legally, this is me just giving recommendations. I'm not giving legal advice. So I'm not 1000% 100% confident that this is the best privacy policy to use for Facebook specifically or for TikTok. So with that being said, I do think it is good enough. So just be aware of that. Next, we want to hit connect here. Terms and condition, obviously connect to that. Get all the green check marks and it should set up our Pixel auto copy and kind of paste it into our code so it can track people when they view content, add to cart, purchase, and link that with their Facebook account so we can target them, get data, and understand what actions people are taking on our site. Cool, we should be good. Let's hit settings. Yeah, I think we're all good here. Let's go back to Facebook, hit that we completed it and see what it does. So we'll just copy our website in, send test traffic. We'll go to shop, which does a view content trigger. Let a little claim offer. This should do an add to cart trigger. We'll do a checkout. So we did a couple things on the website to see if it's able to track everything. We'll hit finish and we should be able to see our Pixel's data. Okay, so let's go into the Pixel. We need to hit add assets, and click these to make sure everything's added in with the ad account. Then we can open the events manager and this should show like, hey, we had a view content, we had an add to cart, no activity received just yet. So it should be able to update. Something else it looks like we want to do on the section here is hit review events and let's go to manage domains and add in a domain. Add in our website. Maybe it needs the www. Not sure why that's not adding in. Oh, I guess they want just that. And we'll have to go in and verify our domain as well. Okay, so to do that, we have to grab this code. We want to copy it and we basically have to paste it into the head section of our HTML code of our website, which sounds really complicated, but it's super easy. So we hit online store, go to this little dots, hit edit code, and we'll just go into the header.liquid. And I believe we can just kind of put it in anywhere. I'm gonna put it in under this. Paste that in, hit save, and then we'll come back. Cool, that should have worked. So let's hit verify and see if it's able to pick it up now. Looks like that one didn't work. So maybe this is not the correct place they want it. Let's try putting it a little bit lower, see if that changes anything. Hit save, we'll come to this, hit a refresh, and hit verify one more time. Still not able to. Okay, so after doing a little searching, it looks like they want it in the theme.liquid. So let's go under head right here, give some spaces to it, and this one should for sure work now. So let's come refresh this, and now that code's pasted in there. This one should verify. Still nothing. Yeah, so if you go onto your website, I'm on the website, I can hit view page source and you can see that it has the information in there below the head, just like they want. So not really sure there. Maybe it just takes some time. Okay, it does say here that it takes 72 hours. So I guess we'll just leave this page up and we'll come back to it later because it is definitely not reading the tag. Something else we want to do is go back into our business settings, go to the Instagram account and just hit, we want to make sure that the business account we have, or the Instagram account we have set up, is a business account. That is something I forgot to mention. We'll hit shopping and retail. Hit done. I don't want it to show on the profile. Cool. And when it shows the contact info, you can just hit don't use contact info and you should be good to go there. So that should make your Instagram account a business account. And our Pixel, it looks like it's still not populating, still not kind of working. We might have to wait for the website domain verification to work, which they said can take up to 72 hours, which is definitely annoying. But at least when we go into here and we go to test events, we can see that things are working. But what is odd is I went in and did like a view content, add to cart, initiate checkout process, and it gave me 3, 4, 5 page views. So this is something where I want to reach out to support. The best way you can get help is by going to facebook.com/business/help and go to contact support, get started section here, and reach out to someone and say, hey, my Pixel isn't really functioning right. Like my website, it's not picking it up. They're giving me a ton of page views, like it's triggering multiple times when it shouldn't. And they should be able to help you with walking you through it, anything you need. And there's a lot of resources online that can also help you. So definitely before we run ads, we have to ensure that the events are organized, the Pixel is firing correctly, and we really need to just kind of reach out to Facebook and see if they can help us with stuff. That's something I'm doing right now as we speak. Something that sucks with the Pixel on Facebook is it does take some time, it does take some playing around with, and it is extremely notorious for having issues. That's why later down the line, once we're getting a lot of sales, like once we're doing at least $1,000 a day or more, once months, we're doing or less, I mean even like $500 a day, it's really smart to get a service called Triple Whale. I'll have a whole other video on them. It's like a $400 a month service that's actually pretty pricey but extremely useful. It's going to ensure that your pixels, your data, and your info is absolutely at the top tier, and it's functioning properly and even doing more than what the other data tracking softwares like Facebook's Pixel can usually do. So it gives you more information, and ultimately it allows us to make a lot more money. If we have amazing data, we can make amazing decisions and quadruple our income very, very easily. So Triple Whale is something that we will be using later down the line. Personally, if I was taking this store serious and I was really trying to push it, I would set it up right now. I will have a link below to Triple Whale in this video if you feel like you're okay to sign up for it now. If not, we'll have a later video where I'll go over more in depth on like tracking data, information, setting up Triple Whale, and all that stuff. But it's a really good feature, and if you want it, make sure you use the link below. Now, a little bit more information with Facebook and some kind of do's and don'ts and some little things you need to know. When you're running your first ad, I wouldn't jump into just converting purchases and trying to do that right away. I would warm up your ad account. Facebook is touchy. You don't want to look like a drop shipper. You don't want to like run in and try to get purchases. They're a little bit weird. You have to be like touchy-feely soft with them. So the best thing that others have told me and things that I've done in the past on new ad accounts is just warm it up with like a $5 a day page engagement ad or something. Like go make a post, like upload one of your reels or one of your TikTok videos that did good, upload it to the account with the exact same ad copy that you had on the one before, or make some ad copy. It doesn't matter. We're not going to really use this post. Post up that and try to get some engagement on it. Do like $5 a day for like 2-3 days. And then you should be good to kind of jump into our first testing strategy that we'll go over, obviously, not in this video. But you don't want to jump in and just hit huge $100 a day budgets, $200 a day, $1,000 a day budgets and purchases. And like for some reason, Facebook doesn't like it. TikTok loves it. So it just kind of shows the differences between each platform. Now, jumping into business settings, there's one other thing you can do to kind of like safeguard your account if you ever lose it or if there's ever any issue. You can go to people and add someone in, and you can give them admin access. You can add in a friend's account, a family member's account, and if you get taken down or something happens where you can't access the ad account, you can access it through this one and hopefully recover some stuff. Facebook's really tricky. They're always changing policies and really weird things. Like I had over 4 million in ad spend. I had my own private Facebook rep that I could reach out to, I had their phone number, everything. Amazing relationship with them. And then they permanently banned me one day later and never talked to me again. So